Hey there, thanks for tuning into our March 2024 eLearning Challenge recap. If you want to see some of the awesome submissions from this month's eLearning Design Challenge, along with our winning submission, stick around. Hey there folks, Tim Slade here from the eLearning Designers Academy. As many of you know, one of the many challenges that a lot of folks have when it comes to building their instructional design and e-learning development skills, along with creating samples of work for their portfolios, is having the opportunity to practice on real-world projects in a practical way. And so that's exactly why we created our monthly e-learning challenges inside the eLearning Designers Academy, to help you put your skills into practice and build samples of work for your portfolio without all of that stress and uncertainty that comes with picking your own topic. And so each month we issue a new e-learning challenge, which provides a real-world topic and prompt based on a hypothetical company. And as part of the challenge, participants are tasked with developing a complete e-learning course to solve a specific set of learning outcomes. And as part of the challenge, we also provide a style guide and brand assets for the hypothetical company, which provides guidance on the use of colors, fonts, logos, and more. And then at the end of each month, we review all of the submissions, host a recap, just like the one we're watching right now, and then of course we announce a winner. Now, the great thing about our monthly e-learning challenges is that each month as we announce a new challenge, we have a growing library of sample project topics for you and others to pick from as you continue growing your skills and building samples of work for your portfolio. So with that said, let's take a look at the details from our March 2024 challenge. Check out our top submissions along with our winner. And of course, if you'd like to follow along with me, check out the links down in the description where you can see the details from this month's challenge along with all of our submissions. All right, so here we are inside the eLearning Designers Academy, inside our eLearning Challenges space, and this is where you can find all of our past eLearning challenges that you are welcome to participate in or use as the basis for your own projects, and of course, our current challenge here for March 2024, which was all focused on helping interns ace their interview. And so for this month's challenge, Oakmoss College, our hypothetical organization, needs help with creating some training to prep interns on how to go on their first internship interviews. And so for this month's challenge, we told participants to create a course that helps potential internees, identify the 4 components of the STAR method for answering situational questions, provide concise, targeted responses to interviews, questions, greet the interviewer confidently, ask follow-up questions, and of course, select the appropriate attire. Now, with all of our challenges, we always tell participants that learners should be able to complete one or more of the following objectives. So remember, if you ever want to participate in a future challenge, you can scale up and down your course as needed. So you don't have to do all of these objectives. If only it's just one of them, create a complete experience around one of the challenge or one of the learning objectives. Now, as with all of our challenges, we provide some requirements and constraints, ideas for interactivity, guidance on what authoring tools to use, and of course, we provide our style guide, in this case for our Oakmoss College, which provides colors, guidance on logos, fonts, colors, all that good stuff. And the goal here is to provide participants a springboard into designing their project. And what I always love about reviewing the challenges is to see how each participant interpreted the style guide in their own unique way. Of course, we've provided some reference materials and all of that good stuff. All right, so that is an overview of our March 2024 e-learning challenge. Let's now get to our submissions. All right, so the first of our top submissions in no particular order comes from JJ Carter with her submission on Can You Ace the Interview? Mastering Etiquette and Questions. So here we have her project, Built-in Articulate Storyline, using the Oakmoss colors and fonts and using some of her own imagery here to create a branded look. So we'll go ahead and begin here. All right, so this is, I believe, mostly a text-based course, and we have a character here with some on-screen information. So hey there, I'm Ruby, your career coach. I'm really excited to get to work with you on your upcoming interview. All right, good. We're starting off with some really good storytelling here. Before we dive in, I would like to get to know a bit more about you. What's your name? I am Tim. Continue. It's nice to meet you, Tim. Can you let me know the industry and position you're interviewing for? Now, this is what I really love about JJ's submission here is the use of getting information from me to make the course a bit more personalized, right? So let's think of an industry. Let's do hospitality. Position, entertainment director. Ooh, well, let's do entertainment. Let's do services coordinator. There we go. I'm making this up. We'll continue. Okay, great. So you're going for a services coordinator role within the hospitality field. With your background and skill set, I'm confident you'll make a fantastic first impression. Very good. So again, some personalization built into the course. We'll continue here. No matter your interview experience, we'll boost your skills and confidence. We'll cover key questions and etiquette, ensuring you're prepared and ready to impress. Very good. Need a hand? Just give me a shout. I'm here to provide a lifeline of tips, tricks, and advice to help you ace your interview. Simply click here to connect with me. All right. And there we go. There's our character there to help us. Great. Now we can get. Now that we can get in touch, it's time for us to get dressed for your services coordinator interview. Very good. Continue. Okay, pick Tim's interview outfit. All right. So we have some characters here. We can choose different styles. I think I'll go with this formal one here. Very good. Hey, and our interviewer is happy. Hey there, I'm Ada. I can see that you're serious about this interview. Very good. And I imagine if I would have selected a different type of attire, our little meter down here would have gone down. So the meter up here is a great way to visualize whether we're doing good or bad. And I'm sure we'll see that as we continue. Okay, got a handshake. Okay, let's start by having you tell me a little bit about yourself. Very good. Okay, first I'll talk about, so in this interaction, what I love about this is that we're kind of building a statement, but talking about the qualities of the statement or the topics of it, right? So are we going to talk about college degree or high school degree, childhood experience, my current role, brief explanation, my professional experience? Probably that one. Okay, I'll drag that here. Okay, next I'll talk about my relaxation hobbies and volunteer experience, similar roles, my favorite band. Of course, if we need help, we can click on our helper here. Introduction, highlights, connect the dots. Very good. Highlight your success. Okay, I think it's going to be my success in similar roles. And then finally, I'll talk about my family, why I'm leaving my old position, what excites me about this position, how to hone my skills. I think that makes sense. Very good. All right, and then we've built a response there. So hi, I'm currently insert a role here. I've recently graduated from studying blank degree, and I had the opportunity to work on these projects. Very good. So it's giving us a really good, sample statement here. And it makes our interviewer happy. Okay, thanks for sharing, Tim. It's clear you've had some impressive accomplishments. I'm interested in hearing more. Great. Okay, you used a great outline for your dreaded Tell Me About Yourself section for the interview. All right, we'll continue there. Now that you've got the outline, let's put into practice. Type out your real-life responses to Ada's questions, and I will pop up to give you feedback. All right, this will be interesting. If you need to see the question again while you type your answer, click on the question mark icon, getting some clear instructions. Okay, Tim, let's start by having you tell me a bit about yourself, all right? And so we can type an answer here. Okay, so I'm going to say, hi, my name is Tim. I've spent the last 15 years working in the field of instructional design and e-learning learning development, I'll say that. I'm so excited to be interviewing for this role, where I can help you achieve your goals and drive results. Very good. That sounds good enough, right? Let's get some feedback. Now, what I really love about JJ's submission here is that it seems that she's using some sort of AI. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure JJ can tell us in the community or down in the comments, but some AI to evaluate my response and provide some feedback. So, Tim, this is great to learn about your background in instructional design, learning development over the past 15 years. I would have liked to hear more specific examples of projects you worked on and their successes to get better sense of your achievements. Additionally, connecting your experience to the service coordinator role in hospitality could help you shape some of it. So that's what I love about it. It's literally analyzing my response and we're getting some feedback from our person. And you can see how nuanced it is. It recognized I didn't even connect anything back to what I originally stated. So I think that's great. All right. So now that we've covered some general aspects, let's dive into some industry-specific topics. All right, we'll continue. Can you tell me about an experience you had as a services coordinator or an experience you had in the hospitality industry? All right. Now I'm going to try to do something connected to, we're going to build a statement here. Okay. Describe a situation or project I worked on. Talk about my most recent project, even though it's not related to the question. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to get it right here. Talk about my work ethic, explain my role, talk about the role I was assigned. We'll do this one. Mention a story, give an overarching statement, discuss actions I took. All right, I like that. Bring a new point about the question, repeat the answer, break down the results. I think we're doing our star response here. And we have our generated example here. All right, now I assume we're going to put this into practice. She's very happy about it. Very good. We'll continue here. Okay, we get some feedback on the star response model. Very good. Now we're going to try it for ourselves. This is our AI part. All right, now that we've covered some general aspects, let's dive into some industry-specific topics. Oh, it looks like it might have generated a question for us. Can you tell me about a time when you successfully managed a busy schedule of services and exceeded customer expectations in the hospitality industry? All right. And I'm pretty sure it was different questions each time I went through this, so it must be generating those with AI as well. I love that. Okay. I don't remember what the question was. Can you tell me about a time you successfully managed a busy schedule of services and exceeded customer expectations? Yes. Oh, sure. I was once assigned a high-profile client where we had to deliver a dinner service with in a limited time frame. So my role was to organize the food service staff and to help make sure the event was successful as possible. To do this, I hired several temp workers and trained them on the job. Overall, the results of the event were successful, and the client hired us again for a future wedding. Making this up. Let's see how AI handles this. Get feedback. All right, so it's evaluating. And Ruby, our guide, is going to give us some feedback here. Let's see what she says. Okay, first off, you did a good job by providing a specific example from your work experience that directly addresses a question asked by the hiring manager. This demonstrates your ability to handle high-pressure situations. However, let's break down whether you're responsible for the STAR method. When the response partially followed it, you provided a situation by explaining the context. All right. Secondly, regarding addressing the question, you did touch upon managing high-pressure situation. Very good. Consider incorporating more details about the specific questions overall with the response touch on experience. All right. Very good. Super cool. It's giving us very contextual feedback. I think that's everything I had for you. Do you have any questions for me? All right. I'm going to get it wrong. What's the salary expectations for this role? Does the company offer remote work opportunities? Why do you think turnover rate is so high? I asked all the wrong questions. Okay. Not very happy with that. We're looking at candidate aligns with our culture a bit better. They decided to go in a different direction. Too bad. Okay, we're going to do the questions again. We're going to do what's the favorite part about working for this company? What's the number one priority? Do you have any concerns about my experience? All right. So we have those. We'll continue. Very, very happy. Remember the key to the question is asked is about the company culture, role itself, and any hesitations. Very good. And you're comfortable. Let's practice a question. Think of a question you ever heard a company ask you to jump in and feedback. All right. So I think that's everything I had for you. Do you have any questions for me? We're going to type some questions. Yes, I have a ton of questions. I'd love to learn more about your client engagement process. What's currently working? What's not working? And how do you think my position in this role can help deliver better client results? All right, get some feedback. Let's see how AI handles this one. Okay, that's a great line of questions. By inquiring if you want to dig deeper, how would you describe the company's culture? We get some really good feedback. I love this. Great. Very cool. Okay, we got the job. We're thrilled to offer you the position. Very good. Yay, us. Welcome to the team. Good job. You're still in your culture. Research. Keep the great work. Very good. Awesome project, JJ. Fantastic example of what I assume is some AI in this and great use of putting it into practice. Thank you so much for your submission. All right, so the next of our top submissions comes from Conor Wright with his submission on acing your internship interview. All right, I'll go ahead and click start here. You know, as I do this, it's so funny using similar characters as JJ's that we just saw here a moment ago, but overall, great use of the style, Oakmoss style. All right, so we have some information here about some audio, that sort of stuff. Very good. If we get stuck or need help, look for the question mark icon. We can do that. Need help? There we go. Click continue here. All right, so we start with an alarm clock here. Turn off the alarm clock.
Today's the big day, the interview for my internship. I've got a lot to do. I should really get up and get myself showered.
All right, so we'll get up. Great use of storytelling and some animations here. I'll continue.
Now that I've showered, I should probably pick something to wear. What should I pick?
All right, so immediately jumped into a scenario here to help our character get dressed. I'm going to intentionally choose a wrong answer. We'll go with the jersey.
Okay, now how about some bottoms?
Shorts?
What do you think? Interesting choice. Last but not least, what shoes should I wear?
Okay, we'll do the sneakers.
I'm a little unsure on some of your choices.
Yeah, okay, so we'll retry again.
Now that I've showered, I should probably pick something to wear. What should I pick?
All right, really simple interaction, but very effective.
Okay, now how about some bottoms? What do you think?
All right, we'll go ahead and click the pants here.
Interesting choice. Last but not least, what shoes should I wear?
And our dress shoes.
Perfect. I think this outfit is a great choice. I think I'll look professional in this. Let me just go try it on.
All right.
I think this is a great choice for my interview.
Good, we get some instant feedback. Simple.
Now that I've got my outfit sorted, I should remind myself of the internship I'm applying for.
All right, so we have information here about the job. Requires a master's degree in engineering, graduation date of this year, next year, analytical skills. Very good. We'll continue.
I've got a couple of questions about the internship now I'm reading it.
Okay, what should you do with the questions you have? Think about the questions during the interview, ask them as you go, write down your questions and bring them to the interview and ask at the end. We're going to write them down. Submit
Yeah,
there.
you're right. I should prepare what I want to ask now. I can take my questions with me and ask at the end of my interview.
Very good. Simple interaction. But I like that it was a simple quiz question built into the story, right? I think that's a great demonstration of that.
Right, so I need to write down some questions. What should I ask?
What types of questions? We can see our spec sheet here. All right. Can you tell me about the day-to-day response of the role? What are some of your biggest challenges that I can help with? What do you love most about working here? All right, we'll give those a try.
So you think this is what I should ask?
Yes. Very good. It gives us some feedback here. I love this. We can amend them. We'll continue with those.
I need to prepare answering some questions that they might ask me. I remember hearing something about a star. I should remind myself what that is.
All right, so we have the star introduction here. Simple tabbed interaction with some information. So we have our overview here. Learn about situation with an example. Very good. Great little animation built in here. Task. All right, love these little animations. Action. Okay, and then results. Fun little tabbed interaction there. All right, we'll continue to the interview.
Welcome. How can I help you today?
Hi, I have an interview at 1 p.m. for a computer engineering role.
Perfect timing. Abby is already waiting for you. If you follow me, I can take you to her.
Brilliant. Thank you.
All right, we'll continue here.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm the hiring manager for your interview today.
Okay, use the slider to measure the firmness of your handshake. Weak. I'm not sure. Ouch, that'll hurt Abby. Okay, good.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Ben. I appreciate the opportunity to interview with your company.
Okay.
No problem. Thanks for coming down to chat to us today. I hope you don't mind, but we'll get straight into some questions. So, what attracted you to apply for the role?
Okay, so we have an option to choose a response. Honestly, I applied because I needed a job. Not entirely sure. I think this is our correct answer, so we'll go ahead and click this. I researched the company, found its core values closely aligned with mine, blah, blah, blah. That sounds about right.
I researched the company and found that its core values closely align with mine. The emphasis on integrity, teamwork, and customer satisfaction resonated with me, making this role an exciting fit.
Perfect, thank you. Are you able to tell me about a mistake you've made? How did you handle it?
All right, so we have two options here. I think the longer of the two is our correct answer. We can get some help here. All right, I'll choose this one here.
Of course. During a project at Oakmoss College, I was leading a team to develop a mobile app for a local charity. We were nearing the submission date, and I realized we hadn't thoroughly tested the app's payment gateway integration. My task was to ensure the app's functionality and security. Unfortunately, I underestimated the complexity of testing the payment flow. When we finally tested it, we discovered a critical bug. To address this, I immediately informed my team, and we worked overtime to fix the issue. In the end, we met the extended deadline, and the app successfully launched.
My last question is, have you ever had to make an unpopular decision? How did you handle it?
All right, so now we're going to build one here. Okay. While leading a mobile app, our team faced a decision point. We had to choose. So here's a decision. We'll do number 3 and then our result number 4. Very good. Click
While
submit.
leading a mobile app productivity project, our team faced a decision.
We don't need to listen to the whole audio. I'll click continue here.
Okay, thank you. That's everything from me. Thank you for sharing your experiences and insights today. We appreciate your interest in our company. Our next steps will involve reviewing all candidates and making a decision. You can expect to hear from us within a week regarding the outcome. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions, if that's okay.
All right, there are questions down there. Pretty tiny, but they're there. Very good.
Sure, no problem. There are some really great questions in here. Unfortunately, I can't answer these right now, as we're a bit stuck on time, but I will ensure I email you your answers by the end of today. Thank you so much again for your time, and we will be in touch.
No problem at all. I look forward to it. Thank you for the opportunity to interview with you. I appreciate your time and consideration. Have a great day.
That would be a red flag. But, you know, it's a hypothetical scenario, so we'll give this one a pass. All right. Got the internship. Great. Love that animation. Click continue. All right. I think that's it for this one. Great work on this one, Connor. I love the simple interactions, the storytelling, the scenarios, your little animations. I love those. So fantastic work, and thank you so much for sharing. All right, so the next of our top submissions comes from Patty Huynh with her course on acing your interview, another articulate storyline submission here. So I'll go ahead and click begin here. And, again, really great use of the style guide with the colors and the fonts and the imagery and some of the accent details. So this course is for you if you have limited interview experience or if you want to improve your interview responses. Very good. I'll go ahead and click our next arrow here. By the end of this 15-minute course, you'll be proficient in answering behavioral-based interview questions and have a customized script to use for interviews. This is a really great example where Patty chose to narrow in on one particular learning objective rather than trying to accomplish all of them. Totally acceptable because we want a complete piece of work, whether it's one of the learning objectives or all of them. So great work on that, Patty. Okay, I'll continue here. All right, so we have our menu here. We're going to learn about behavioral questions, the STAR method, and then we're going to workshop our responses. You can see this area is locked down, so we'll start with the behavioral questions. Okay, behavioral-based questions are used to assess a candidate based on their past behaviors. An effective response contains 3 elements: describes a specific scenario, highlights the value you contributed, and explains your rationale and indicated how you would handle a similar scenario in the future. Very good. Simple slide. Okay, interviewers ask questions to assess certain skills. These are some common skills you will be asked to demonstrate: collaboration, communication, leadership, problem solving. All right, so we can click on these, get some simple information. So simple click to reveal interaction. Very good. All right, so we learned about behavioral questions. Pretty simple section. We'll now move into the STAR method. Okay, use the STAR method when answering behavioral-based questions. This technique will help you formulate clear, concise responses using real-life examples, thus keeping your interviews engaging. All right, so we learned about the situation, task, action, result. Again, simple interaction there. Click the icon to listen to a sample interview dialogue. All right.
Describe a time when you were under a lot of pressure at work. How did you react?
In my previous job at the university bookstore, one of the new hires quit suddenly after finishing their training. My schedule was pretty full that week due to finals preparation. We were short on staff and I knew that my manager needed time to hire and train a new employee. I was prepared when my manager asked me to pick up extra shifts that week. I was calm because I had already evaluated and restructured my schedule to make sure I could manage my goals. I sacrificed some of my face-to-face time with my study group and social time in the evenings to cover the shifts so my manager could focus on rehiring. My manager was impressed by my reliability and dedication. They gave me a raise and promoted me to assistant manager. On top of that, I aced my finals.
All right, it's a really good example there. I'll continue here. Okay, so explore each tab to analyze the structure of the sample response using the STAR method. Reflect on how you can adapt the structure. So we have the answer that was provided earlier, and then we have the simple tabbed interaction here that highlights each part of it, kind of breaks it down. So we can see the situation, the task. I love this as kind of an experiential interaction. It's a more meaningful click to reveal interaction, one where we're evaluating something, right? I like that. And the result. Very good. Okay, so we went through those 2 sections. Now we'll workshop your response. Okay, the best way to prepare for behavioral-based interview questions is to practice writing them. You'll be presented with a behavioral-based question in the next scenario. So complete the activity, read the question carefully, reflect on relevant experiences, craft a STAR response, submit your response. All right, write your responses here, practice, so you can write blah, blah, blah. Very good, start the activity. Okay, can you give an example of a successful team project you were involved in? Here's our STAR response. We can do a light box here to revisit this if need be. Very good. Okay. Yeah, sure. I once worked on a project, where I was tasked with delivering 5 e-learning courses on how to catch shoplifters. To ensure the project was successful, I collaborated with cross-functional team members on the design and development of the content. As a result of our efforts, we were able to deliver the project under budget and earlier than anticipated. The course was well received by our learners and resulted in a 10% increase of apprehended shoplifters, saving thousands of dollars for the company. All right, good. Okay, so we'll submit that. Okay, so here's my answer. Here's some sample answers. Very good. I like that. We can print this out so we can kind of do our own self-evaluation and compare and contrast. Very good. You're about to reach conclusion course. Are you ready to complete the course? Yeah. All right. So really simple course, but engaging interactions and a lot of opportunities to see examples and put them into practice. So wonderful work, Patty. Thank you so much for creating such a clear, consistent, simple course. All right, so the next of our top submissions comes from Theresa Malicki with her course on acing your internship interview.
Welcome to Acing Your Internship Interview. This course will take you through the interview process to prepare you for your upcoming internship interview. By the end of this course, you will be equipped with the knowledge and skills you need to impress potential employers during the interview process. This course will take about 20 minutes to complete. A tip card is attached to this course and can be accessed at any time by selecting the Resources tab. This course contains audio to accompany your learning. Click Begin to start your learning journey.
All right, so a simple introduction slide. We'll go and click Begin here.
Hi, I'm your career coach. I hear you are interviewing for an internship. I'm excited to help you prepare for your upcoming interview. Today, we'll be practicing how to speak the part, act the part, and dress the part. To speak the part, we'll create targeted responses to interview questions using the STAR method format, and identify appropriate follow-up questions about the role and organization. To act the part, we'll identify how to display confidence during the interview, including how to greet the interviewer. To dress the part, we'll select interview-appropriate attire for a business setting.
All right, very good. We'll continue here.
Before we begin, I'd like to get to know you better. Answer the questions below so that I can tailor your training experience to your interests.
All right, now what I really love about Patty's submission here is this screen kind of allows us to create a really personalized experience, right? So we have our name, we can choose our area of interest. Let's pretend Oakmoss College focused on these different areas, right? And then some ratings to allow us how we feel about different areas of the interview process, right? So Tim, and let's say I'm into business operations and answering interview questions. To what extent do you feel confident? We'll say medium. Asking interview questions, I'm pretty good on that. Displaying confidence, sure. And what to wear, I feel pretty good about that, right? So depending on this, I imagine it provides a more adaptive, customized experience. So we'll continue there.
Great. I'm glad you have an interest in business operations. Let's focus on speaking the part first. We'll begin by taking a look at a sample job description. Then identify how to craft answers to interview questions, based on the role description.
All right, we'll continue there.
Read through the job description to familiarize yourself with it. You can access it again at any time during this section by clicking on the job description icon. Click the arrow when you are ready to continue.
All right, so what I loved about that were the simple instructions that were on the screen there. I thought that was really great. I love this navigation up here. Kind of provides a visual reference for where we're at in the project or in the course. So really great work on that. All right, so here is our business operations. Again, it adapted based on what I selected earlier to give us some information about the job. So here's some information. Very good. I can't remember what this was. We can always reference this later. Very good. All right, we'll continue on.
Preparing for a job interview is crucial, and one of the best ways to do it is by familiarizing yourself with the job description. The interviewers will use the job description to formulate questions, looking for qualities, skills, or experience that align with the role. It is essential for you to self-identify your qualities, skills, or experience that match what the company is seeking. Next, develop a story that succinctly demonstrates how you align with what they are looking for. We'll do this using the STAR method. Let's see how that looks.
Okay.
Here's a line from the job description. Here's how an interviewer may ask a question to ensure you align with that want. Can you describe a situation where you identified an inefficient process? What steps did you take to improve it? Let's take a look at an example response to that question. We've formatted the response using the STAR method. The STAR method is a succinct way of telling a story. First, introduce a situation. Next, explain the task you performed within the situation. Then the action you took. And finally, the results from that action. Read through this STAR story response, and label each section as either a situation, task, action, or result. Drag and drop the STAR labels to the correct location to describe each section of the story. Select Submit to view the results.
All right. Another simple little interaction. Love the prompts that tell us exactly what to do. So this first interaction seems to be just about seeing whether or not we can recognize the STAR format, if you will, or way of answering. So I'm pretty sure it spells out STAR, right? Simple interaction though, right? So we're starting by evaluating response, aligning it here. Very good. We get some feedback. We're correct. We'll continue.
Great job. Here is another line from the job description. An associated interview question. Arrange this response in the correct order to create a narrative using the STAR method.
All right. So what I like about this is it's also like connecting back to what's in the job description, a question that might come from that. And now each interaction's getting a little bit progressively more complex. Great example of scaffolding, not only the information, but the way we're putting it into practice, right? So now we got to configure or construct our STAR response here. So during a group project in my business class, I was tasked with explaining a complex financial concept, the NPV, to a group member unfamiliar with finance. I think that's the situation. Explain. Here's the task. I need to explain the concept in a clear, concise way to my teammates. Okay, that sounds like the task. To ensure understanding, I used a relatable analogy. That would be the action. And then the result, they grasp the concept. Very good. Okay, click submit there. Here's our feedback. We got it right. We'll continue.
Now, how about you try? Here's another line from the job description. The interviewer may ask, can you tell me about a time you successfully collaborated with others on a project? What was your specific role and contribution? Use the STAR method to type your interview response.
All right, stop. Sure. I once worked on a project, where I was tasked with leading a work group focused on improving customer service results. The challenge was difficult, but we knocked it out by implementing several different solutions, which resulted in a 10,000, 100,000% increase in service numbers. Of course, I'm making that up here, but all right, submit.
How did you do? Use the checkboxes to confirm your response.
All right, so this is great. This is a good example where what I provided would be hard to evaluate on its own, right? So we have a way to self-evaluate with our rubric here. So what did we do? I think I got all of it done wonderfully, right? Good.
It sounds like you are getting better at answering interview questions. As a bonus, I've added an interview tip card here that includes some of the main interview questions that may be asked for any industry. Click on the Resource tab to access the tip card. It's a good idea to come up with STAR stories for each of these questions.
All right, so we have a resource we can download. I'll skip that by now. Of course, check out the link down in the description if you want to see this on your own.
Now, let's practice how to ask the interviewer questions. An interview goes both ways. You are interviewing them as much as they are interviewing you.
All right.
Imagine the interview process as completing a jigsaw puzzle together. Each answer and question are like puzzle pieces, revealing a clearer picture of both parties. The goal is to see if the puzzle pieces fit seamlessly, creating a shared understanding and a strong sense of potential future collaboration.
All right, we'll continue.
Read through this interaction to identify how to craft effective questions to ask the interviewer.
All right, so our internship involves data analysis, project management, process improvement. Does analysis data for potential improvements align with your goals? Definitely. Could I contribute to real-world projects, analyzing data in Excel and other tools? All right, so gives us some information there.
Let's take a look at a few more. Each of these candidates is interviewing for the internship. Which has the better follow-up question? Select the candidate, and read why each response is appropriate or inappropriate here. Here's a pro tip: toggle between the responses by selecting each candidate to find out more about the reasoning why it is or is not a good question.
All right, so another experiential interaction. So we can see what works about this one. Toggle back and forth. No correct or incorrect answer. We're just more so exploring. Same thing. Different follow-up questions. Different information about why that doesn't work.
Great job identifying effective follow-up questions. For more examples of follow-up questions, check out the tip card.
All right, we'll continue on.
Now, let's chat about how to display yourself confidently during the interview.
Okay.
To help us with this, I've invited a few of my coworkers to provide you with their tips and tricks. They are career coaches with years of experience. Click on each coworker to listen to their experience.
First impressions matter. Make a confident entrance with a firm handshake and direct eye contact.
Project your voice with clarity and speak confidently.
Express enthusiasm for the position and...
Wow, what great wisdom. I'm glad my coworkers were able to share their experiences with you. You can find a summary of their stories on the tip card.
Simple click-to-reveal interaction with some information there.
Now, let's talk about what you should wear to an interview.
Okay.
If you are going to an on-site interview, it's important to ask the recruiter about the dress code beforehand. This will ensure that you dress appropriately and make a good impression. When in doubt, go with business casual.
All right.
Here's an overview of what business casual will look like. Read the information, then select the arrow when you are ready to continue.
So there's some information here. Tops, bottoms, shoes, overall look. Pretty straightforward.
Select the outfits that would be appropriate to wear to an interview. Select all that apply. Review the description of business casual at any time by selecting this icon. Select submit when you are ready to see the answer.
All right, so another interaction here. I think that's appropriate. That's appropriate. That's appropriate. I think he's appropriate. Yeah. I mean, this is a great example where it depends on the company, right? I've worked places where that would be totally appropriate, right? Those are stylish holes in her knees or her pants, you know. Okay, very good. All right, so we have another interaction here. I would say these two are appropriate. I don't know, that's kind of business casual. I got it wrong. That's okay. Again, it depends on the organization. I think this is a pretty stylish, like, jumpsuit thing. I like that. All right.
Well done. You've proved that you know how to pick out a great interview outfit. Great job today. You learned how to speak the part, act the part, and dress the part. Take a look at the tip card attached to this course. Remember, use the job description to
All right, I'm going
identify...
to pause this there. All right. Thank you so much for your submission, Theresa. Simple design, fun interactions, and great work on scaffolding the information. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so that was a look at our top submissions for our March 2024 eLearning Challenge. It's now time for us to pick a winner who will receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Now, before we do that, I want to share a bit about how we evaluate the quality of each submission. When picking our top submissions and, of course, selecting our winner, we look at it from 5 different angles in no particular order. First, user interface design. Was the course easy to use, accessible, and intuitive to navigate? Second, graphic design. Did the course author apply solid graphic design techniques, and how well did they adapt the style guide to their course? Third, visual communications. Did they use the screen to help me, as the learner, see what they were trying to say? In other words, did they use meaningful imagery or animations? Fourth, instructional design. How well did they create a true learning experience with performance-based interactions rather than just an information dump? And finally, overall completeness. Did the course feel like a complete piece of work? So for this month, we're giving the win to JJ Carter. What I loved about JJ's submission was her amazing use and implementation of AI to create a truly unique and adaptive experience. It does a great job of showcasing how AI can actually be integrated and used as part of a learning experience. I don't think I've ever seen one like that before. So great work, JJ. All right, so that's a wrap on our March 2024 challenge and a look at our top submissions and, of course, our winner. As always, I want to send a special thanks to everyone who participated and shared their hard work for this month's challenge. So thank you so much. And of course, if you'd like to see all of the submissions from this month's challenge or participate in our next month's challenge or just use one of our past challenges as a topic for your own sample project, make sure to check out all the links down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, make sure to click that like, subscribe, and bell button to get alerted the next time I publish a video just like this one. And of course, join us inside the eLearning Designers Academy, where we help new instructional designers and eLearning developers grow their careers by focusing on skills first. Otherwise, my name is Tim Slade, and until next time, I'll see you around.